movies, some horror movie. I can't remember what it was. The Hunger was very creepy. David Bowie was very good. David Bowie's actually a very good actor. Sting is a very good actor.
We're going to go
live.
We're live.
I thoroughly enjoyed
Dave,
Dune,
AKA
the remake, whatever, the modern
and
version.
This is
whatever
Delta 39X. And we're going to turn down the Troll Lord in the background. Though I kind of want to still monitor him because we might be winning something. So I'm raffling. But no, I probably should.
So the Cheyenne had one of
what
their
I'm going to do here, let me shut
war
it down
band,
here.
one of their groups was called the Dog Soldiers.
I should have done this, huh?
Have them on your phone.
They
Well,
dominated the
except
Northern
then I'd have to go put them on my
for
phone.
quite a while.
So right now, I'm just going to go boink and pause them up. And that way, I know I'm a monster. What? Exit?
Yes.
Not downloading anything. Yeah, whatever. So, hello. I'm Dave, a.k.a. Surf. This is Dawson, a.k.a. Delta 39X. And this is Monster Talk. So, hey, let me get you some background music. Today, we actually had a request for a monster. Did you know that that's why we're doing this monster?
No.
Actually, let's hear some super sounds coming up. Yeah, is that loud? That's not too bad, is it? I can't tell.
Huh.
That's
flat.
Oh no! Well, did it psst when you opened it?
Not really. But it was sealed.
Well, not if it's flat. I guess how long did you have it sit there?
This is one I don't know.
Oh, that
I think
sucks.
this is one of the new ones.
Nothing sucks worse than like having a soda that then
I think this is one of the new ones.
Well, it doesn't taste bad, does it?
No, it just tastes like sugar flat.
Dude! Harsh! Now there's a monster, right? You'd have a monster that flattens your soda.
Monster?
Well, not if it's like a
just taste it. It's not gonna kill you.
Or it kills us both. Just a little flat. Just a hole. Sorry, dude.
That's fine. Thought it was.
But that's a good idea. I'll start up my soda. So we're gonna do Drow today, because Demon suggested it, and actually, he's in our Sunday drop-in game, which would be a fun game. Describe that. Let me get my Dr. Pepper going. But so you were just telling me you were having a good gaming day before you got your flat soda.
Yeah.
So
that's why I cracked open the soda.
Because you were so stoked.
Yep.
So stoked. You're like, oh, I'm having a great day. I'm gonna crack open this Fanta that I've saved.
Yep.
For a special moment.
I thought I drank all the old ones, so I only had the new ones, but apparently not.
And so, there you are, all reveling. You'd already told me how psyched you were.
Yep.
Ready for your champagne, so to speak. And it's flat.
Yep.
That just sucks, dude.
That's fine.
I feel for you. But
no,
we need to actually clean this place up. This is like, this is totally, hi, I'm Bob McKenzie. It's my brother Doug. Gotta clean this up. Why is my Streamlab
first time chat from
back? It's slowed down on us. Oh, there it is.
Gift to Gabby 1.
Hey, Gift to Gabby. How you doing? We're doing all right. We're just getting set up. Gonna do a little monster talking today.
I'm doing flat soda.
Yeah, and we just realized that he's all excited. He just did some fun stuff in his Heroes and Generals game. Goes to celebrate with his Fanta, and it's flat. Yeah. Tastes flat.
Fair edition.
Favorite. I don't have a favorite. I learned on these books right here. This is my book. I
for
got
me,
this in
favorite, I'd have to say fifth,
77.
but if I had to choose another one to get into, I'd say second.
Dude, really, if you want to, instead, keep this stuff as your, if you want an older one, keep these as source materials, and try Castles and Crusades.
Okay.
Because remember you were talking about why didn't we in the old days use,
like strength
and all those things?
Grapple?
That's exactly what they got.
Okay.
I mean, we did, but the thing is, when you came from an old rule that existed, you never think of, well, let's chuck that out and just use this. I'm gonna look for Drow here in the very first thing. Is that one right here? Oh, we need to clean up too, because we got minis all over. But yeah, this is my first.
Oh
book.
no!
It's still in good shape though. What's up? Don't tell me the oh no. Tell me what he's saying.
I'm a 5e baby that's trying other editions in games. So far, I've tried 4e and Pathfinder 2e.
Sorry for that. No, that's not true. 4e is a tough pill to swallow, right? 5e fixed. But yeah, 4e is so different. It's like a completely different game. They say it came from this stuff, right? But they tried to get it back to a tabletop game. I don't know what to say about it, though. I mean, I got it. Any game with a good DM and a good group is a good role-playing game. As long as you've got this group hallucination thing going and you trust each other. And you just are using the rules to satisfy when what makes sense in the back and forth needs to be ruled on.
4e does make a good combat system. We use that. They use that in the D&D board games, and I think they use a variation of that in the Dungeon Command as well.
Dungeon Command, yes. And actually, I saw someone else using it at a homegrown. They wanted to help people role play during combat, right? Instead of just say a hit for 5 or whatever. 4E has all those daily powers and at will powers and all these things that does help people visualize their combat. Of course, since it's all make-believe, you can have no rules for it and just kind of work with each other and make that work too. So, what am I looking for? I'm looking for Drow in here, right?
Yeah.
Where do you think it's elves?
I'm looking at table of contents.
Is this book? Can't put there's no.
Gift said if I want to learn to DM 4e for my 4e group, the DM's currently taking a break.
The DMG Dungeon Master Guide for 4e is one of the best Dungeon Master guides out there, and it's good at teaching. But the key to being a good DM, especially if you're not sure on all the rules, is being confident and waiting before you speak. Let's see. It just says elves, one of 2 general sorts. Make up their homes in the woodlands. For every 50 elves.
Do they not have dark elves?
They probably do. Here,
I know that's what they were.
I know they were called dark elves. I'll pull them out of. We'll see where we can find them. We'll find.
Where's your table of contents?
I told you it's back in the 70s, man.
They have one that lists them all. See right here in the front, the monsters.
Yeah, but not totally. It's not always on all those. Let's see. Let's look them up here. Elf. Aquatic. Gray. Half. Wood. Wait a minute. Drow. There it is. Oh my gosh. All they have is the first edition. Look at this. This is the first edition DMG, and also totally cool that you found D&D, right? When I did D&D, it was when I learned about it in the 70s. It was like when I lived in the middle of nowhere. There's no internet. It was so hard to find anything out. And once all of a sudden, it's like, well, this is so cool. So, elf. Elf is an actual monster. This is back when you could, back in the old days. Drow right here. This is all we got back in the beginnings. Right here. The Dark Elves. The Dark Elves. Or Drow. We need to clean this up.
What's this thing? Subdue dragons.
Huh?
This book you handed me has subdue for dragon.
Like to subdue a dragon?
Like instead of hitting him with non-lethal in 5th edition, you hit him with subdued damage or something.
A dragon?
Yeah.
Let's
Any attack may be to subdue rather than to kill, but this
4E's
must
different
be enough.
beast. Yeah. Minions. So, what do you also 4E? This is, I mean, there's going to be a stage, right? In about 10 years or so, people start coming out of the woodworks saying that 4E is okay, right? Right now, it's the common thing. It's the red-headed stepchild. No offense if you're red-headed or a stepchild, but that's the old term for when people need to beat something. In the old medieval days, that poor guy was the one that was beat. Red-headed stepchild. So.
Oh, is that what that means?
That's that. So. It's easy if you come into a group of people and you don't know, it's safe to bash 4E. It shouldn't, and now people are starting to defend it. Weekly, it's but so that's cool that you play it. I think 5E's just look at that. Cover your heads, get rated. Nice. Troll Lords, thank you. How'd it go? Did I win? I didn't check if I won. I tuned out.
I don't have to sit here and be awkward for 20 minutes.
So, welcome to Monster Talk. I'm Dave, aka Eat to Surf. This is Delta 39X, where we go over a monster from
The books.
way back when to one of these is a 5E, I think, to now.
5E's
But anyway,
buried.
we have a player in our Sunday game. On Sundays, we have a drop-in game, which is non-committal. Just show up. Where I'm running Keep on the Borderlands. Actually, the original Keep on the Borderlands from first edition. Shazam! Thanks, Biggie Paw. Original B2, but I'm converting on the fly to 5E. Although it's now, I don't know how much it relates to the Caves of Chaos and Keep anymore, since you guys have been hunting in the woods, and it seems like the orcs last week were with the goblins playing a game of Blood Bowl out in the plains. But welcome. We're doing Drow this week. Did you find Drow in here?
No.
No, they have Greys. They have.
Thought you said you found Drow.
No, I have it in 1E. I thought they were in here though. Look under elves. Did you find elves?
No.
No. Here, I'll show you the elves and then you read it. I'd handed it to you right here. Read in there. See if it says anything about dark, but to yourself while I find this. So, elves used to be a monster. I guess they still show up in the monster books, right? And here we are. This is the first bit of Drow here, though I think, you know what they might be? They might be in the Greyhawk book, but we'll check that later. So, Drow. The Black Elves. Oh, see, that's probably part of it. They've probably fixed that. The Black Elves or Drow are only legend. The 1E, they're only legend. They purposely dwell deep beneath the surface in a strange subterranean realm. Well, wait a minute. This is where you start going, what? Look at this. What is wrong with that picture? Right, listen to this. Our only legend.
Yeah.
They purportedly dwell deep beneath the surface. Well, so they already. Okay. I guess they don't say that they dwell there. The Drow are said to be as dark
the king of the world.
as what? As dark as fairies are bright, and as evil as the latter are good. Tales picture them as weak fighters, but strong magic users. Whoa, what happened there? King of the world. Thanks for the follow, Pat. Appreciate that. So that's all 1E has on it. There might... Are they in Fiendfolio?
The real Dorgrim said something about Fiendfolio and Drow.
Yeah, okay.
Is it over here?
I'll go get it. We got it. We'll get it. That's like the one I have that I've got his thing out. You know what? Just sir.
What?
Maybe they're in GURPS. Never know. Could be in GURPS. Oh, here we go. Fiendfolio.
I forgot you had GURPS.
Let's dig it up. Dude, I have a role-playing game called Og, I think it is. The cavemen. You play smart caveman, fast caveman, or strong caveman. Or I guess it's big caveman. Oh, thanks again. Sweet. Appreciate that follow. Okay, is it under Drow? Let's look under... Let's start with Elf. Elf Drow, there you go. Okay, yeah, there's the picture.
Thanks for the follow, Gift to Gabby.
And we have minis. We got to put them in our little mini zone. Because right now we haven't cleaned up. That is not a clean table. Well, this is an old...
The old box?
This is an old box. I doubt there's any Drow on that, but there's definitely some old stuff in it. Here you go. Them's old. So we need to put them stuffs back there, dude. But let's read some.
Did you want me to get the Drow minis out?
Whatever. You're empowered to do what you think would be best for the show.
I'm not empowered. I don't empower myself.
Here, let's live on the slideshow. Here you go. Drow. Elf. More elf. Okay, there it is. Elf Drow. And I'll show you a picture of him. He looks... Ooh, he's angry. He's an angry elf. You like that?
We haven't watched that yet.
We have not watched that this year yet. You guys know what I'm getting at, right?
I know what you're getting at.
The angry elf. They're very rare. So that means, but between the time they printed the first Monster Manual and Fiend Folio, they went from being legend only.
Yes.
To being very rare, at best. So that's a new one. Look, at best.
Ooh, yeah, that is new.
Because rare is 14%.
Either 13 or 14, I forget.
It was less than 15, because 15 would have made sense in a D20.
Yeah, more than 10.
And it's always one less than what it is. So very rare was 4%. Yes. So what is very rare at best? Less than a 1. So, number appearing, 5 to 50. Armor class 4, which we translate into 5th edition to 15 or 16. Move 12 inches. Females 15 inches. 1 foot. Which is how many?
30 centimeters.
No, I... Translated to character scale. They're not moving 1 foot. They're moving a distance. One of these days we need to look that up, but I think that's 60 feet. In your D&D game terms. Meaning a dash. So meaning a real speed of 30.
Dorgrim says 12 inches would be 120 feet indoors.
That's right. Okay. And 120 yards outdoors. That's right. So we're feet and yards, and I got there's a memory in there. So actually, that's one of those things for longest time, because I started with the booklets, right? And I don't remember if the scales even mentioned in there. They said to use chainmail. I didn't have chainmail. That's
you have chainmail now.
I do have chainmail now. Do they have elves in it?
I think you said they had
hit
elves.
dice 2 and better. And better. 0% chance in a lair. They have individual treasures, which is tables that won't make sense to most people. They have 1 or 2 attacks, hence Drizzt the 2 attacks.
You mean just
why don't you open that up? We've got. Actually, we were talking to. Is it Gift to Gabby?
Yes.
That plays lots. Has start as what do you call yourself, a 5th edition babe? But is also going to have to take over a 4th edition group. You should show that so we can see what that is. This is the Legend of Drizzt board game, which actually is DM in a box, but it's based on 4E. But it's actually really cool. Attack by weapon. See below. Magic resistance 50% and better. I'm king of the world. Thanks, Biggie Paw.
Oh. That was Trollord. Big party.
No, Biggie Paw subscribe.
Oh, Big Boss.
Thank you. Appreciate it. And thank you, Troll Lord, and for the raid and everything. Oh, you know what we need to do? So we got the avatars listed, right? One of these wonderful new things that they made when they went to these intranets.
Wonderful. What? What?
Nothing. Battle. Is it all one word?
Royale?
Battle Royale, all one word?
Yes.
There you go.
It's like Royale with battle in front of it. Okay, here's Drist and his cat.
Here. I should give you the close-up camera for that. Dristan is it's a panther.
Still
And
a
now you
cat.
guys are fighting it out as old Atari cowboys. Ages past, when the elven folk were but new to the face of the earth, their number was torn by discord, and those of better disposition drove from them those of the elves who were selfish and cruel. However, constant warfare between the two divisions of elven kind continued, with the goodly ones ever victorious. It sounds like Harry Potter and the house that they...
Gryffindor?
No, the other one.
Still there?
Slytherins, yes. Until those of dark nature were forced to withdraw from the lands under the skies and seek safety in the realm of the underworld. Here, in lightless caverns and endless warrens of twisting passages and caves hung with icicles of stone. Isn't that called a stalactite?
Okay.
Icicle of stone.
And thanks to the follow, Sacricorn.
Appreciate that.
Cheris corn.
Put yourself out of your misery. Say you're sorry. What?
Sorry,
It's like easy for you to say. Sacriscorn. Like saccharin scorning. Or saccharin corn. The caves hung with icicles of stone. This sounds... deck the halls, and they're hung with icicles of stone. The dark elven folk, the Drow, found both refuge and comfort. And at this point, I've said Drow enough that somebody has to think that it's not pronounced Drow. So it is not. I don't think anywhere been said that it could be Drow or Drow. But I go with Drow.
Drow?
Here. This wire reach all the way over to those minis you got?
Why
or
don't
can
you move
them?
that?
Yeah. Look,
Okay.
there's your minis. You know,
I
aim
can
that
get
up.
up and grab the rest of them.
You
They're
doing?
in a different box.
Oh my goodness, not minis in a different box. Whatever are we gonna do?
Lean over here and grab them.
Well-oiled machine this thing Monster Talk is. So I got a lot of games. He's pulling up Dungeon Command.
And I have no idea where.
So that's
where
from
you're-
up there.
where you're
Actually, if you look
grabbing.
old D&D stuff. Let me see if I can focus that. The fancy focus thing. Oh, way at the top. What's that? What's that one called?
Which one?
Dragon Quest?
Yeah.
That's one of those how to play D&D games. There's also
You have Dragon Pass up there.
Adventure Begins. That's new. Oh, there's the Dungeons and Dragons, where they had like what we called them. Oh, jeez, what were those? Where you had little files that you would do one little page at a time to learn it. It's pretty cool. Over the centuries, they grew strong once again and schooled themselves in arcane arts. And though they were strong enough to face and perhaps defeat their former brethren in battle, the Drow no longer desired to walk upon the green lands under the sun and stars. They no longer desired a life in the upper world, being content with the gloomy fairyland beneath the earth that they had made their own. Yet, they neither forgave nor forgot, and even now, above all else. They bear enmity, whatever, anger, hate. Lost my place. For all of their distant kin, elves and fairies, who drove them down beneath the earth and now dwell in the meadows and dells of the bright world. Well, you think if they're so damn happy down there, they should be thankful. Kids today, no one's ever thankful for what they get. Here you are given this whole new realm to become your whole new entry. You've got to separate out from elves and become your own thing. And no, you're still mad about it.
What?
Did you not hear what I was saying?
Yes, I was.
You defend that they're angry elves.
Oh yeah, I mean if you banished.
Though they are seldom, if ever, seen by any human or demi-human, the Drow still persist, occasionally entering lower dungeon levels and consorting with other creatures in order to work out their schemes and inflict revenge upon those who inhabit the world above. Well, wait a minute. We went from one paragraph to it being fairies and elves, to now just anybody that lives up there.
Okay.
So that didn't take them long. That's not even an addition. It just took a few paragraphs. Not even one whole paragraph. Regardless of the number of Drow appearing, there will always be... Oh, what are we about to get?
Oh.
We're about to get D&D calculus.
Yes. Let's see if they do something like the what was it?
Soggin?
The Soggin, where every 12 of them you have to go up a strong one.
Yeah, that's right. That's why they always show up in 11s.
Yeah.
Because otherwise you got this self-perpetuating band of soldiers. Regardless of the number of Drow appearing, there will always be one of higher level than the main body. Drow males are at least 2nd level fighters. Some are as high as 7th level in fighting ability. Males can also be magic users, some as high as 12th level. Female Drow are also at least 2nd level fighters.
And let me guess, they can be up to 7th level.
And some have attained 9th level as fighters.
Oh.
Most Drow clerics are female, and no upper limit to their level of ability is known. However, no male Drow cleric has been known to be higher than 4th level.
What?
I think D&D's lucky that I wasn't the DM at the start.
Why?
Because they'd be like, yeah, all right, can I be a whatever? Yeah, sure, whatever. But I want to be, okay. But, okay, anyway, reset. Drow wear fine mesh armor of exquisite workmanship. It is made of an alloy of steel containing adamantite. Even the lowliest fighters...
Yeah.
Oh my god.
What? Let me see.
I still got, like, walls and walls of text.
Let me see.
Oh my god, but wait. So, this is why first edition is just so fun, right? So here I'm going, okay, I'm turning the page. I'm on my Drow. But I can't miss the picture of the enveloper. What the hell is that? Man in puffy suit? What is that?
I don't know.
The enveloper. But,
let me guess, it envelops.
No, that'd be a lurker, wouldn't it? Now you can pull out some of the base stuff. We're talking about even the lowliest fighters have in effect +1 chainmail, with higher level Drow having +2, +3, +4, or even
+5?
+5 chainmail. Oh, wow. Look at you! You could have written. Small bucklers are also used.
Okay.
Shields of unusual shape, those Drow of greater experience level and importance in Drow society having bucklers fashioned of adamantite so as to be +1, +2, or even
+3?
+3 value. God. You haven't DM'd first edition before?
No.
How do you know these things? You're just amazing.
I'm thinking if you want to get some good +1 gear, you gotta ambush like a lone drow.
The number appearing in the other book was 0. 5 to 50.
Yeah. But I mean, you can mug
I don't know
one.
if that's a good idea.
Just mug one while
Actually, you know what? You don't know yet where you can do that from. You know how you mug them?
Planar shift them?
No, we got the music's too loud, dude.
Planar shift them? I don't know.
Just bring them out in the light. And go, oh crap, the light! Ah!
Oh, so you just cast perpetual light or something?
Yeah, why is this not respond? Oh, now I shut it off. There it is. That's probably better. That still seems kind of loud, doesn't it?
I don't know. So,
Is that better?
you'd think with all their, we don't get any sun or whatever down here that they do, that we want.
Mm-hmm.
You'd think them being high magic users, they get like, wasn't there that spell like, light that couldn't be shut off or whatever?
Continual light.
Continual light.
We will get there.
Couldn't we just have like, there's just like a rock continual light?
For them?
Yeah.
But they live in the dark. No.
If they have,
You want to know why?
No
Wait
limit
till you
to
find.
their-
Wait till you find out what happens to
I think
them.
that's a cleric spell too.
Wait till you find out what happens to them with continual light. So just back off, dude. You and your thing. Okay, wait. What do you say, Gabby? I want to run against the slave lords. Yeah, that's fun. In 5e. I actually have that in 1e. Slave pits, the underlords, right?
What?
That's called.
So if we start falling into pits, do I know what it is?
That's the one with mind flayers and all sorts of stuff,
Ooh.
and loath and driders and things like that. That's a fun one. That's long. That's almost like not super dungeon size, but that's fun. And that one actually go into the abyss, right? I know in the first edition you had the map of the abyss in there.
What levels is that adventure for?
Well, also back in the first editions, I don't know if it's come out in 5th edition, then it's changed. But they used to have, like, for 12, a party of 12. I mean, we used to have big groups that played. So,
Or
now,
play multiple characters?
well, yeah, there are multiple characters,
But what level was it for?
but I don't remember. It was a series of modules. As will be described later, all Drow move silently and was with graceful speed, even when wearing their black mesh of armor. Each Drow carries a small amount of personal wealth in a soft leather bag worn around the neck beneath the mail. Does this sound like anything you've heard? You've read the Drist books, right? Is
No.
one of them? Didn't you read the first one?
I've read like a third of one of them.
You remember, like, almost right away, when they first introduce him, he's basically got his mesh, he's got a leather bag of his stuff on him. It's right out of here.
Okay, I don't remember any of that.
In addition, they arm themselves with long dagger and short sword of adamantite alloy. +1 as high as
5.
+3, or even +4. Born of noble folk. 50% or more carry small. 50% or more carry small crossbows, which are held in one hand. 6-inch range light crossbow.
Handheld. Hands.
Yeah, but it's not in any of the books.
It's
Yet. Not yet. I don't think the handheld was put into the player's handbook yet at this point. It might have been.
What else are bards supposed to use?
Well, that's back when the magic users used darts. Threw lawn darts. And liked it. Back when I was a wizard.
Dies of 1d4.
Back when I was a first level wizard, I'd only throw darts.
Dies of 1d4 emotional damage.
Mocking, was it? Vicious mockery. Killed a whole bunch of first level. No, they didn't have that yet.
Yeah.
Let 50% or more carry small crossbows which are held in one hand. 6-inch range light crossbow.
You know what else they didn't have the ability
And
to get
shoot-
up
could
after
you
going
let me
down in
finish?
a fight.
And they shoot bows which are held in one. God dang it. Let me keep going. Darts. And shoot darts coated with a poison which renders the victim unconscious, save at -4. These darts will inflict 1 to 3 points of damage on a victim. A few drow also carry adamantite maces, +1 to +5. Oh, they've gotten better.
Wait, why are those +5 and the swords only go +4?
Or even +4. These ones are just a straight parentheses +1 +5.
Well, I guess because clerics, right?
Cleric. Yeah, the DM wrote it.
They're clerics.
The DM's getting tired of having to explain everything, so he's just telling you. And or small javelins, also poisoned, with the same substance as the darts.
Why don't they just poison everything with the damn poison?
So the printing of this reprint is, let's see what's that, with, Adentis, what is that?
Let me see.
Is it addle-addles? That must be an addle-addle, because it's a javelin, but I can't read it. It's like,
Yeah, that's addle.
yeah, it's gotta be addle-addles. In a smear of ink. Addle-addles, 9-inch range, +3, +2, +1,
Oh,
to hit at short, medium, and
thank you,
long
Pat
range.
66. This is a Slave Lord series, starts around 4th level and runs up to 7th level characters.
I have it in a crate back over there. Is that the new one, or the original? Because I think he's got the. Gabby, which one you got? The. Oh, original, and 4. Oh, I got it. No, okay, wonderful. Gotcha. In 5th edition.
It says that's the original one.
Yeah. That was fun. I don't remember how long it took us to get through that. That was fun stuff. Drow have superior infravision of the 12-inch range variety, that's 120 feet, and move with silence. The black boots and cloaks that Drow wear are similar to... Where are my glasses? Yeah. When you compare the editing with the... There had been some improvements in gaming stuff. Back then, this isn't computer set up. They actually would have printed it out. They would have then placed it on the page, pasted up, taken a picture of it, which is the mock-up or whatever, and then printed it. And the HDness of it is not there. Drow have superior infravision, 12-inch, move with silence. Black boots and cloaks that Drow wear are similar to cloaks and boots of elven kind, except that the wearer has only a 75% chance of surprising enemies or blending into shadows. The material will not cut easily.
What material?
The black mesh.
Oh, okay. The adamantium
I
black
think so.
mesh
Well,
chainmail?
the boots are made of a similar stuff, so it's the material that's making these are similar.
Yes, the chainmail stuff. Okay.
Well, no, it says whatever it said. It just said it was similar to that
Okay.
other stuff.
Pat
Anyway,
said,
it will not cut easily, and cloaks have a +6 to saving throws versus fire attacks. What's Pat say?
he only has 1 to 4 modules. Doesn't have the 0 one.
Well, that's
Heard that
cool.
many of the master copies were created on a typewriter, then it was just Xerox.
Yeah, exactly. So it's so hard. Oh, I have what was the name? Runebound or RuneQuest. An old RuneQuest mod that it's just like remember those ball typewriters? I mean, things are moved around, and I guess that's what these are kind of like that too. You're putting stuff on my old book.
You said put them.
I know. I told you not to worry about it. Plus 6 to fire attacks. However, any alteration to the cloak has a 75% chance of unraveling the material and making it useless. Drow themselves are only 12%, that's 1 in 8, likely to be surprised by opponents. How does that have to do with the cloth? Okay, likely to be surprised by opponents. Drow are also both intelligent and highly coordinated, being able to use either both hands and arms for attack and defense.
No, really?
Like most humanoids, actually. But they're saying it on a game level, alright? So, that's different.
How many more blocks of text do you have?
I'm hoping that 2nd edition has just copied this, so we don't have to read the whole thing again, and we can say, yup, it's just like the Fiend Folio set. But we will see! Because we won't cut you short here.
Yes, it is some of those also.
Yeah, these are my originals. If you look at I poked holes in them because I put them in a binder, but then I actually cut them up so that I could make a DM screen. And yeah, oops. But I wouldn't have sold them anyway.
He was a dumb little kid.
I'm dumb. I was playing D&D. Yeah, I was a dumb kid. All kids are dumb. That's just part of being a kid. No,
it's
they
not.
are make mistakes that might seem short-sighted to an elder person, an old fart like me. Where was I? 1 in 6. You can't scare them. They make saving throws versus all forms of magic, clerical included, whether from a caster or from a device at +2. Drow magic resistance increases by 2% for each level of experience that they have gained, with multi-classed individuals gaining this bonus for but one of their classes, the highest. Thus, a 7th level Drow is 64% resistant to any magic, and will save at +2 against any magic which could have an effect.
No, don't agree with him, Pat.
Collectible? I didn't even know what collectible was. Exactly. And they actually mean probably more to me with holes in them. They're in great shape. There's like no rust.
Rust? It's paper.
Staples that hold them together. Do you know what a staple is?
Why,
Do you even know what a staple is?
Why would it be rusty unless you dunked it and gave it water damage?
Google any of them. That's one of the things. Because you feel how damp the air is?
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Rust. You know about
Yeah,
oxidation?
but it's next to a piece of paper that sucks up all the moisture.
Exactly, and the moisture's in the paper right around the staple. It would rust. A wire. Science, Mr. White.
Yeah, the cow house a few miles that way. A robot.
We love Breaking Bad here. So. You know, where Troll Lord took a trip to, I don't know if I told you this, Dustin. He drove like a long ways to get a hamburger, right? Like our trip. But
what?
I mean, we had things to do.
What hamburger type store?
A hamburger in New Mexico somewhere, near Roswell. Okay.
It wasn't a In-N-Out burger, right?
No,
because I wouldn't want you to drive that far to be disappointed.
We live near lots of In-N-Out burgers, and it's like people go, "Oh my God, it's In-N-Out!" It's like, it'd be like going to McDonald's. But we did a trip to Albuquerque, did some Breaking Bad stuff. Although it wasn't the reason for the trip, but anyway. I digress. We're still halfway through Drow.
We ate at the doghouse.
We did eat at the doghouse. Yeah, see? Staples. The acid in the paper. There, see? Because it's not acid-free paper. Thank you. I'd forgotten that one. That's even more science.
Okay.
Oxidation. You know what rust is?
I know what it is.
What is it?
It's oxidation.
Iron oxide.
Yeah. Yes, it's that stupid name that your paint says for rust instead of rust.
My miniature paints say iron oxide.
Yeah.
Because the Drow have dwelled so long, for so long in the dark. Okay. Because the Drow have dealt.
12.
Take 3. Because the Drow have dwelled so long in the dark labyrinthine places under the surface of the earth, they dislike bright light.
Okay. So what does continual light do to them?
They will not venture forth into daylight except on the cloudiest, gloomiest days. If within the radius of a light or continual light spell, the Dark Elves are 90% likely to be seen. They lose 2 from their dexterity, and all attacks made by them are at -2 on the 2 hit roll.
They have
that actually
disadvantage.
No, see, when we hit them, let's see, made by them, against them are -2. So this is back when THAC0 is minus and pluses. It's a minus with a plus.
They have that equivalent of disadvantage. Okay.
In 5e, they'd be a disadvantage. That's with beauty. Gab, we were talking about different systems. 5e has simplified in a way in good DM's hands. You can play the exact same game, streamlined. The problem is when you don't have like any knowledge of the world and you take the streamlined thing and put it in, then it's more like a cartoon. But anyway, it can be crunchy.
It can be what?
Crunchy. You can make it as crunchy as you want.
Okay, you're not talking about the Drow.
No. -2 to hit. +2 on saving throws against such attacks as applicable. If they're attacking targets inside the radius of light or
outdoors
continual light spells,
yes,
the bright illumination causes them to suffer a to-hit penalty of -1. Well, I just thought they had a -2. -1, and converse +1 on saving throws against such attacks is awarded to the target creatures. Didn't we just say a second ago that it was +2?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pat said Holy Hand Grenade of Antioch is fun to use against them. And then he said
5 is right out.
And then he says 5 equals tacos.
5 is right out. Thou shalt not count 4 unless it is immediately followed by 5. Okay, if bright light...
No, 2 unless it's immediately followed.
Oh, look, now we're getting existential questions. If bright light exists...
I don't know. I think it might be lumped in with strong winds may exist.
Dust storms may exist, is what
Lightning may exist.
If bright light exists, it is 75% likely that the Drow will retire from the situation because of the illumination, unless such a retreat would imperil one of their number. Why the hell can't they say if it's bright out, they'd go? Not that the Drow will retire from the situation. Somebody found a thesaurus. Retire from the situation because of the illumination.
When you have
unless such a retreat would imperil one of their number.
When you have a word count minimum and you can't type in white.
Not done. With a retreat would imperil one of their number, comma, would otherwise be harmful to their desired ends, or would expose some important features to the light-bringing intruders. The light-bringing intruders. I like that. That's good stuff.
When you have to pad the word count.
Yeah, I don't think they needed to pad the word count on the Drow here, because we're like not all the way through it. Here you go.
Maybe that's why it's so long, because they padded everything.
And they even made it +2, +3, +2. Plus what's that is? You're right. It's written like by someone who was writing his essay for his class, and they had a word count, and they go, it could be +1, or +2, or +3, or even +4 or 5.
No, but that -2. No. We're gonna just write -1 here.
Exactly.
And say the same thing.
Sorry, we get giddy. We're not cutting down D&D. D&D love it to to pieces. But when you bury yourself into monster manuals, sometimes this is what comes out. You know what we need here? An Audiug needs to come through this and clean this up.
No.
Remember what an Audiug does?
Yes.
What does he eat?
Gosh, he eats crap.
He eats crap. Okay. Desired ends, the light bringing intruders. I like that though. The light bringing intruders. Halt, ye light bringing intruders!
They've brought light beer.
Light beer? You ever taste light beer? This is Coors Light. I am surprised. Sorry, I tend to remember commercials.
Yep.
In any event, I didn't say that. This is in the book. In any event, such...
What?
It's hurting me. I don't know why. In any event, such dimmer light sources as torches, lanterns, magic weapons, fire beetles...
Wait, hold up.
Fire beetle what? Essence. Fire beetle essence. Or fairy fire do not adversely affect the performance of the Dark Elves.
What if you have a magical weapon,
right,
that has
continual
light on it? That's technically a magical weapon.
Oh, it's still... No, you default to the continual light spell and you get the -.
What if you put continual light and then put magic over it? Another spell over it?
It would not put... the DM is not going to say you get... You're trying to make your mace that you made for killing skeletons.
Uh-huh.
Skeletons, if you don't know...
No, I'm trying to make
it's half damage unless
sword.
It says on... What does it say? Unless the weapon was made specifically for breaking bones.
To crush or break
bones. So his idea was on his sword. Engraved on his sword was designed to crush and break bones. So you're saying, can I make a sword?
Yes.
Is this for a drow to make it?
No, to fight against a drow.
Well, yeah, you just leave the continual light on it.
No. So everything's lit by continual light, but they can't leave.
Oh.
They don't run away.
To like keep them from running away?
Yeah, so everything's lit like it's continual light, but since it's a magic sword, they don't run away.
Because it doesn't affect them that way?
Yes.
Well, let's read that again, Mr. Rules
Hey there,
Lawyer.
demon.
Hey, demon. It's for you, buddy. We're doing drow. In any event, such dimmer light sources... See, it's the light source that does it.
Okay.
So it's...
Yeah.
But what you could do, if you put rocks... I shouldn't tell you how to do this.
What?
You get your rocks with your continual light spells, or your coins,
or just
whatever.
Throw them everywhere?
You throw them the places.
Oh, behind them.
Yes,
Throw them behind them.
Didn't you watch how I use the wall of fire in Rollmaster?
Yep.
If you can control
they're not trapped in here. We're not trapped in with them. They're trapped in here with us.
Exactly. But be careful what you wish for, because now we get to...
Yeah.
Drow are able to speak?
Yes, then I forget, it was the couple early editions, they said, unless being attacked by a weapon that's designed to crush or break bones.
Well, this part here, though, see, don't forget.
I'm answering...
It says here that, remember, they're not going to run away if the retreat would imperil one of their number, would otherwise be harmful to their desired ends, or would expose some important feature to the light-bringing intruder.
Hold up. Do they consider light to be in peril?
What?
To be in the bright light, do they consider that?
That's it. Yeah, they're in peril.
So there, you just gotta leave
Go into light. No.
So if you have enough time to set it up,
right?
You're in a passage.
You're in that realm, though.
If you have your rocks of eternal light.
Rocks of eternal light. No. They're continual light.
Your continual light spells on rocks.
With permanent.
Yes. If you have 3, you light up 2 ends of the hallway, and then the one where you are leaving like inch-long gaps, and they can't cross into the new light source. Like a cattle guard? Yeah, and they can't cross into the new light source.
I mean, you're gonna have to map that out. What? Here. We have not used Etten stones in a while. Here, build what you're talking about right there. Right here in that. These are Etten stones. These are really cool. Here, why don't you move that out of here too.
There you go. I want you to...
They snap together.
Pat and Demon are talking there.
Skeletons take half damage. Not actually, Pat, though. If they were specifically designed to crush and break bones, they don't take half.
They fixed that in the later editions.
But yeah, but if you're playing first edition, you can just you could have a little like brand onto your arrows, and you could brand designed to crush and break bones. Although some DMs would see through that.
Okay.
You gotta put the walls up, dude. Just step off of that.
Let me do it.
Alright, okay. I'll keep reading. Drow. Drow are able to speak the Subterranean trade language common to most intelligent dwellers in the underworld. The common tongue, gnome, elven, and their own language, in addition to the other tongues which their level of intelligence allows. Many know the language of the various races which speak and dwell underground. Well, apparently, you can live underground without speaking. Anyway, that speak and dwell underground. All of the dark elves also have a silent language composed of hand movements, and this means of communication is highly sophisticated, being able to convey much information to considerable degree of complexity. When drow are within 30 feet of each other, that's 3 inches.
Yep. Hang on,
and actually, because back in the first edition, an inch was 10 feet. So now we get into the scale creep with miniatures, right? So an inch is now 5 feet.
Yeah.
So your mini used to be, if he was a whole inch tall, right?
Yeah.
He'd be 10 feet tall. Obviously they weren't. But they made him a little small, and so the scale was off.
Okay, can I describe my thing with the light?
Sure, you describe my thing with
So say the party, whatever.
You need
it's
to
like
look
this.
down from above, or you got it?
This is fine.
Okay.
So you threw a light.
Continue a light.
So it
At
only
the front of the
affected
hall.
up to here.
Okay. So they're in the dark.
Yes. You put one back here.
Okay.
Then you left a 5-foot gap between one in the middle. They could never leave.
Why don't you just throw a fireball?
You're there.
So you're saying stick them in one light,
and then put 2 light sources on either side of the hallway.
because they wouldn't go
5
into the
feet
new light.
away. Yeah.
Except they'd have a 75% chance, so you could roll.
What? When did you mention the 75% chance?
Because it said right here.
When?
Bright light exists. It is 75% likely that the drow will retire from the situation because of the illumination.
Yes,
Unlike-
but they can't go back into the illumination. If you leave 5 feet of dark in between each illumination.
Who said they can't go back in?
You said that.
I read. Well, the thing is, I think you'd fall under the unless such a retreat would imperil or other
Yes.
one of their numbers.
Which means they can't leave the little 5 foot of dark.
Now, as a DM, when you read things like this, you have to break free and realize I must think like this creature
No, you
and
must
not like a rule book.
You must think like the rule book.
Yeah, that's what. And so now look how tall they are now, right? So ideally, if we have 5 foot squares now, right? They're 5e and stuff. If it's a 1 inch tall thing, that's 5 feet tall. So again, we skew just because it's fun. I mean, you want your mini to look. We care about scale up to a point.
Do you have old scale? Do you have old scale ones right there?
Here you go. Oh, there's a guy.
Human?
Oh no, he looks like a goblin. Here, what do I got? Sweet, dude. Look at that guy.
Isn't that the what's it called?
Mind flayer, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you gotta focus that.
It was focused. Good way. There you go.
He's old, dude. What's the bottom of him say? These are some of Chuck's old guys.
Doesn't say.
Yeah, he's old. This is an old box. But anyway. able to speak all these languages. Silent language composed of hand movements can convey so much information to the considerable degree of complexity. Drow are within 30 feet of each other. They use facial and body expression, movements, and posture. These latter means of communication alone are capable of conveying considerable information, and when coupled with hand/finger movements, the whole is as erudite, I can't read that, as any spoken speech. So as good as any spoken speech. I really gotta find my glasses. I thought I brought them out here. All the Dark Elves can use the following spells once per day.
Okay.
All right.
Because they're Dark Elves.
Inherent.
Okay.
This was before cantrips exist, by the way.
Really?
Dancing lights. Fairy fire. Darkness. Ha!
Darkness.
They could cancel your continual light rocks. So you'd have to have a bunch of them.
Yep. Trap them in their bubble of darkness and then fireball that. Because I guess darkness, the fireballs
well,
go
except
off.
remember
their
stuff, their clothes are resistant to fire.
I know, but
they aren't.
Yeah.
Those above 4th level are also able to detect magic, know alignment, and levitate once per day. Drow females can, in addition, use the following spells once per day. Clairvoyance, detect lie, suggestion, dispel magic. Drow have powers which are the same as those of dwarves with respect to stone and things underground. They also detect hidden or secret doors as elves do. That was like a 1 or a 2 on a d6, I think.
Is that good?
Compared to the 1 for everybody else.
Okay.
Or that might have been a 1, 2, or a 3. I don't remember. Drow abilities are determined. That's why I had a screen. That's why I cut these up into pieces.
Monster.
Drow abilities are determined as follows. Strength. 8 plus 1 d6. Which is then okay. This is 6 plus 1 dash 6, which should mean 1d6, right? Then in parentheses it says 6 plus 1d6 for males. Oh, okay. So less for male.
Yes.
Intelligence is 12 plus 1d6. 10 plus 1d8 for males. Wisdom is 8 plus 1d10. 8 plus 1d4 for males. Dex, 12 plus 2 to 8. That'd be 2d4s.
How much longer did you read in that book?
This is a big one. Constitution. We maybe this is a 2 weeker.
We've already been here for like over an hour.
About an hour. Constitution, 4 to 16. So that's 44. Charisma, 10 plus 1d8. Or 8 plus 1d8 for males. We're just getting into the math, but this is last bit is one big long thing plus a special note. All's done. We're in the final stretch. What's Steven saying?
I think it was that they had the same stuff that dwarves get for being underground.
Noticing new construction, shifting passages, things like that. Back in the day, that was one of the things that. That was a big thing with the old dungeons. We all were just in basically this kind of dungeon, and there were always things to make it so you couldn't map it, because a lot of the gameplay, which was fun, I described the room shape, and you write it down and move around, and then you get lost. So there'd be tricks to make it so you got lost, but if more than 10 drow are encountered, there will be in addition a male who is a fighter magic user, or at least third level. If more than 20 are encountered, here you go, bud. There will be a female fighter cleric of at least 6th level clerical ability, in addition to the male fighter magic user. if more than 30 Drow are encountered.
Yeah.
11 to 16 will be females. The leader will be a female cleric fighter of at least 8/7 ability level. The male fighter magic user will be at least 4th ability level, and each will have an assistant of level as previously indicated for the ones present with. Make sense?
So if there's 50 of them.
Are you thinking of those?
Okay, so there's 50 of them, yes? And then, which creates...
The 50's right out. This was 30.
Okay, so there's 30 of them, which they have the fighter.
Well, so
they have the dude fighter.
Well, so you keep those, and
Yes.
you added the new ones.
Yes.
That's what's.
But each of those new ones has an additional person.
Right. Have an assistant of the levels that the other. So those other ones are equal to what assistants would be.
Yeah.
So you have 2 of all those other ones. That's it.
Yes.
Special.
Except only...
God, does anybody have any idea what we're talking about?
I don't.
Hang on. We need to
still
fight
have
this
10
out. Hang on.
viewers. Some people must know something.
Somebody, Pat knows what's going on. Hang on. Battle Royale. Let's fight it out. When in doubt, fight it out. Hey, Dawson, give me a play-by-play of that.
They're doing stuff.
They're like doing stuff. They're dropping from the sky.
A robot?
A wire? Robot. Do they attack all creatures? Or they actually sit underground and plot against those that live up in the bright light. But they'll only come up on the darkest of days.
Pardon me.
But they're happy. They don't want to be living up here now. But they
So I hate them.
still hate everybody that sent them there. But now we've got one special note. Yeah, so we went over that, Demon. Where were you? You're late to class. Oh. I'll reread it for you.
No,
Pat. It's just like this. It's the DM calculus. We call this Dungeons and Dragons calculus, D&D calculus.
no.
If more than 10 Drow are encountered, there will be an additional male who is a fighter magic user of at least 3rd level. If more than 20 are encountered, there will be a female fighter cleric of at least 6th level of clerical ability, in addition to the male fighter magic user. If more than 30 Drow are encountered, 11 to 16 will be females. The leader will be a female cleric of at least 8th to 7th ability level. The male fighter magic user will be at least 4th ability level, and each will have an assistant of level as previously indicated for the ones present with. There. That's what we're talking about. Special note regarding Drow treasure. Ooh, we got a special note. Never had one with a special note. But this is the Fiend Foley. Cloaks, armor, and weapons made by the Drow have special properties, although they do not radiate magic. The items are made in the strange homeland of the Drow, vast underground cities of cavern stone and minerals, places of weird and fantastic beauty, inundated with unknown radiations which impart the special properties to their items. When these are exposed to direct sunlight, this sounds like a warning label that you're going to get on your little weapon. It's got a little sticker. Do not remove this sticker.
Yeah.
You listening to me?
Yes.
just
A little
yes.
bit. No, I was running off on a tangent there in my head.
Okay. When these are exposed to direct sunlight, irreversible decay starts, and the items will become totally useless in 2 to 12 days. If protected from sunlight, they will retain their special properties for 31 to 50 days before becoming normal items, and if exposed to the radiations of the Drow homeland for a period of 1 week out of every 4 weeks, the items could remain potent indefinitely. Drow sleep poison decays instantly in sunlight and will lose its effectiveness after 60 days in any event after being exposed to air. Although unopened packets of the poison will remain potent for up to 1 year.
Alright, so
now we have a description of them.
Now we have to show all the food that we'll ever eat to the sun.
To make sure it's not poisoned from...
Yeah.
Now they get to the... After all that, there's a description of the drow that's one sentence. Drow are black-skinned and pale-haired. They are slight of build and have long, delicate fingers and toes. That's what a drow is. They basically rot. Yes, they get sun rot. So, that's first level, or first edition.
That's the longest first edition I think we've come across.
Yeah, that's longer than the Sagan, isn't it? Although that was in this book.
Yeah.
So, granted, there weren't any in this. We're not doing the GURPS, are we? Is there a drow?
You're the one that got it out.
Look, there's a purple worm. Nothing's named right in this. No. I will put that on the claw. Oh, look. That's on there. Those are my dice. Some of my dice. We're up to 2. 2's at the bottom. Oh, 2. Here, I just moved that. And here, let's get this out of the way.
Yeah, I was thinking the mind flare.
Yeah. Why did we put him in there? Just because he was there?
Did Chuck like orange?
Yes.
Because orange is my favorite color, and I
It might say that they like bright colors.
Much.
They might say they like bright colors. I don't know. But here's one. There's a scale creep. He's big, even though he was.
That's
how giant that guy is.
He's on a base.
Yeah, but he's still giant.
This is a modern metal
Where is any of those? Put the drow in there.
There is a drow in there.
Well, we got that whole. Get all those guys. Get those guys out of
You
there.
had me put them there.
Yeah. Always blame the DM. That's not a smart thing. Always go, oh, my fault, Mr. DM. Oh, so sorry. No, they're not witches. My God. Pretty soon you're going to tell me that these things are all just like a series of stats.
Pretty soon you're going to tell me that it's like these are rules in a book.
Elf, gray elf, wood elf, half elf, elf aquatic.
Elf aquatics are neat.
Elf drow is 2 pages, but let's see if it's any different.
Yes, please skim it.
Because we will not just instantly decide to read another 2 pages at this point, because if it's the same, we will save you the hassle.
Oh no,
there
please
you go.
be the same then. I love you, 2nd edition.
There they are. Being extra coordinated to be able to fight with 2 hands. Is that what they said?
Just read it.
I'm reading it. I'll read it. There, I'll face the camera, guys.
Why are you reading it with the camera,
Have them
though?
face the camera. I'm not. I'm having them do that. Okay, climate. No, they have driders in here too. Very rare. At least it's not very rare at best anymore. They're omnivorous. High to super high, which is 13 to 14 intelligence. Chaotic evil. Number appearing, 50. Gone is the 5 to 50. Now it's just 50. AC 4, which equates to 15. Thaco, 19. Which means they would hit somebody that is an armor class 19 with a 19. That's what that means.
So they have +0.
No, if you're at AC 10, they'd hit you with a 10.
Yeah.
I guess that's what that is. No, that doesn't make sense. Maybe it does. Now you're gonna hurt my brain.
You have +0 to the
These
attack
dreaded
roll.
evil creatures were once part of the community of elves that still roam the world's forests. Okay, that's the same, right? Black skin, pale, usually white hair. They're shorter, more slender than humans. Okay, that's the same, right? We're gonna race through this part.
Okay.
They are shorter, more slender than humans, seldom reaching more than 5 feet in height. Male drow weigh between 80 and 110 pounds, and females between 95 and 120 pounds. Drow have finely chiseled features, and their fingers and toes are long and delicate. Like all elves, they have higher dexterity and lower constitution than men. Okay, that's at least it's legible because that's good printing. Their clothing is usually black, functional, and possesses special properties. The same as before, 75% chance to remain undetected in shadows. Same bonus to saving versus fire. Same 75% chance of unraveling if you try to make changes. In the centuries they've spent underground, Drow have learned the languages of many intelligent creatures, the same as before. They speak languages of gnomes and other elves fluently. They have their own silent language, the same as the other silent language, same 30 feet away. Coupled with their hand signs, it is still a eloquent language. Combat. This is
What?
The Drow's world is one in which violent conflict is part of everyday life. It should not be surprising, then, that most Drow encountered, whether alone or in a group, are ready to fight.
Okay.
Drow encountered outside of a Drow city are at least second-level fighters. It's the same as it was before. They wear finely crafted, non-encumbering black mesh armor, same as before. Except, look at this, they've edited. The special alloy, when worked with Drow armorer, yields mail that has the same properties of chain +1 to +5. Gone is the...
So this chain stuff rots away if it gets in the sun.
Yeah.
Okay.
But in the last book, they said +1, +2, +3, +4, or even +5. Now they just say 1 to 5.
Yeah.
In case we could... It's new, it's changed. They don't radiate magic. Same thing. Carry small shields. Bucklers. You remember this? Like last week we read this? Or is this like still in this edition?
Apparently this...
Special shields. Wait, no. It's still here. Like Drow armor, these special shields may be +1, +2, or even +3. Though the most important Drow fighters have +3.
+4.
Oh, +3 bucklers.
Well, it used to be +1.
That's here. They carry the long dagger, short sword, adamantite alloy. These daggers have a +1 to +3 bonus. The Drow nobles have daggers and swords of +4 bonus. Some Drow, 50%, also carry a small crossbow that can be held in one hand and will shoot darts up to 60 yards.
The crossbow hand? The hand crossbow is in the player's handbook.
Yes. The darts only inflict
do?
1 to 3 points of damage.
Oh, that's weak.
But dark elves commonly coat them with poison that renders the victim unconscious unless he rolls a successful save.
5e, those are a minimum 6 a d6
yeah,
for
but
its damage.
In 5e, everything does a d8. Just every creature can deal like 5 or 8 points of damage around. D8 around. Just with nothing special.
Okay.
Just with their
hands.
What are the spells you can cast all the time?
Cantrips.
Cantrips. Drow daggers, adamantite maces are still 1 to 6 or 1 to +5. Range of 90 yards for their poison javelins, same as before. And they still say +3, +2, +1. Drow move silently, have 120-foot infravision, which infravision is now dark vision. That was when infravision used to see infrared and heat.
I think that's probably better than dark vision.
People started saying that everything around them would have been the same temperature, so they couldn't see.
Okay.
Because then you said, well, the air would be a slightly different temperature, so you could see. And you'd go back and forth. Then they just said, it's magic dark vision, shut up. Handheld crossbow. Yes, basically a dart. Except magic users couldn't use it because it was a crossbow. They had to throw darts. and we liked it. Drow moved
Did you
silently,
really, though?
said that. Of course not. He complained and like crazy. I only get to one. You know, the reason everybody knows that you only had one spell and that you constantly had to rest and that you were only throwing darts is because every time. No, because as soon as some combat would start, people would start saying, "Oh, I'm gonna," and you'd say, "Yeah, I only got one spell and I got darts," and you just would complain the whole time. Yeah. Shut up, you stupid magic
dies
user.
of 1d4 anything damage.
Yes, exactly. Help! Would you mind it? Like in Jaws, when it's like, Chief, want to put the fire out? It was usually a cleric. You want to rescue the magic user. Dark Elves receive training in magic, so same. They have Drow priests can use Detect Light, Clairvoyance, Suggestion, and Dispel magic once per day. So Suggestion is new. That might be because they didn't have it before. Perhaps it's the common use of magic in Drow society that gives them their incredible resistance. Base resistance of magic of 50%. 2% per level, that is not changed. Thus, a 5th level Drow has a 60% base magic resistance, plus 2 bonus level. Yes. So this, when I'm saying this, it's because we went over it.
First.
So I'd hate to bore anybody any more than I am. I think this is good stuff. Drow always have a group leader, a higher level than the rest. Here we go again. 10 or more Drow, you get a 3rd level. Okay, so nothing's changed there. 20, you have a higher level fighter mage. There's a fighter priest of at least 6. If there's more than 30, up to 50% are priests, and the leader is at least 7th level, 8th level priest, with 5th level fighter, 4th level mage for an assistant, in addition to the other high level leaders. Dark Elves have one great weakness.
The light.
Bright light. But look, it's just plus. Bright light. I mean, I've never seen that before. It's like a gap, or like, I guess where I'd use my 3 dots. The ellipse. Because Drow have lived so long in the earth, rarely venturing to the surface, they are no longer able to tolerate bright light of any kind. So here we go again. Light or continual light, 90% likely to be seen. They got all the minuses. If they fixed the other problem, here are the penalties. They did, sort of. No. So it's exactly the same. Penalties are cumulative, i.e. if both the Drow and their targets are in the same area of effect of light spell, the Drow suffers a -3 penalty to their attack rolls, and the targets claim a +3. So remember that +2 and +1?
Yeah.
Those are 2 different things that stack.
Okay.
I wonder if we ever said stack before we played Magic. Yeah, we had stacking with our Avalon Hill games. Because of the serious negative effects of strong light on the Drow, they're 75% likely to leave an area of bright light. Unless they're in battle. Light sources... Aha!
Damn,
they fixed your trick. So, this whole thing?
Yes.
Gone.
No!
They fixed it. A smart DM finally said, no!
You're telling me
Habitat and Society.
they're not gonna get trapped in a 5x5 square of darkness anymore?
Nope. Long ago, Dark Elves were part of the elven race that roamed the world's forest. Not long after they were created, though, the elves found themselves torn into rival factions, one following the tenets of evil, the other owning the ideals of good, or at least neutrality. A great civil war between the elves followed, and the selfish elves, who followed the paths of evil and chaos, were driven into the depths of the earth, into the bleak, lightless caverns and deep tunnels of the underworld. These dark elves became the Drow. Okay, they haven't changed this at all, have they? Live in magnificently dark, gloomy cities in underworld. Few humans or demi-humans
I don't understand
will
why they're all living in the dark if they know magic and can just
because they can just cast magic. Because I'll tell you why. It's coming from first edition.
Mm-hmm.
nobody in their group ever found a continual light or a light spell. The DM wouldn't give it to them, and they would have had to go find one. Because you couldn't just pick your spells. You had to go find them, and then you had to roll to see if you could learn them. And if you failed the learning roll, you couldn't re-roll it until a certain thing. And you had to find it. You had to find the spell. Can you just
go pay 50 gold pieces and stick it in your book, though?
Pay 50 gold pieces to who? To whom are you talking?
You only
no magic user going to go give you their book.
If you can find a scroll, you can pay 50 gold pieces and put it in your book and you can use it.
You'd have to find the scroll.
Yeah.
They never found one.
Surely they found a scroll.
DM never gave them a scroll. They never found one. That's why. The Drow society is fragmented into many opposing noble houses and merchant families. This is new. All scrambling for power. In fact, all Drow carry brooches inscribed with the symbol of the merchant or noble group they're allied with. This is the Drizzt stuff.
Yeah, so, Dad? Which man with no name one that had the two houses feuding between each other? It's just
Fistful of dollars?
Yeah.
It's or is it a few dollars more?
I don't remember, but it's just that.
Yeah. Of course. Why not? With magic and underground and glowy stuff. Yeah. Nothing wrong with that. It's a good story.
No revolvers though.
This is another one. It could also be this.
No revolvers or Gatling guns though. So
why not it just be the Dr. Seuss's Sneetches? They have to wear the star on the chest.
Because there's no murder on that one.
Because there's no murder. Dr. Seuss with murder. Though they hide these and do not show them often, so don't tell them where from. The Drow believe that the strongest should rule. Their rigid class system, with a long and complicated list of titles and prerogatives, is based on the idea. They worship a dark goddess called Lolth by some, and this is Gabby. This is the stuff that you'll be seeing in the Slave Pits series. They worship a goddess called Lolth by some, and her priestesses hold very high places in society. Since most Drow priests are female, women tend to fill nearly all positions of great importance. Drow fighters go through rigorous training while they are young. Those who fail the required tests are killed at the program's conclusion. This is what Drizzt was worried about. This whole thing.
Yeah.
I don't know if this came first, or if this is what, because that book was, published by TSR, right? So I don't know if they, what's his name?
It says behind you, right? You have some of his books out here, right?
Have one back here?
No, you have them, so I
have
assume
them,
you have
but I
them
don't
back
have
here.
them back here. Here's a Gygax book. No, I think the.
But did you sleeve all of those books?
Huh?
Did you sleeve all of those?
I sleeved this one because I found them. I've got more. I've got a bunch that aren't sleeved. This Elminster. Yeah, I don't know where it is. I don't know why I can't think of it. Anyway, it probably says it on that Legend of Drizzt thing, because he's got a copyright on something. Anyway, Drow fighters get
Alright, Slab.
Yeah, Salvatore. I think it's Sojourn is that first, the one that they describe all that. Those who fail the required tests are killed at the program's conclusion. That is why. What's that one in where they have Chicago and the post-apocalyptic Chicago's got a fence around it, and they all have to pick a thing. It's one of those it's like this stupid movie. It's like Hunger Games, but the other one. Where they train people in.
Oh.
What is that?
Divergent.
Divergent. So this is just Divergent, right? They train them up. You fail, you die.
Yeah. Something divergent. They don't kill you because you failed. They kill you because you're different.
Fail difference. What's the difference? You're different because you failed. We didn't fail. Die. Right?
Yeah.
That is why dark elf fighters of less than 2nd level are rarely seen outside a Drow city. Because they are dead. Ooh.
Yeah, no.
So wait. Cleric, right? Necromancer cleric.
Yeah.
Sneak in when you know the graduation time's coming.
Yeah.
And they're gonna kill them all.
Yeah.
Then you've got like a whole herd of
undeads. Yep. Yeah, you brought my mind back to Divergent. That just makes no sense if you've read the whole thing.
Why would I want to read that? I looked at it. It's like this is like
it's good. The first one's good.
Why is all the guys why are all the?
I'd say if you're gonna read it, read the first 2. And it just gets
I didn't
weird,
say I was
world breaking after that. Although it starts to get world breaking in the world 2. In the book 2. Maze. What about corn? Or you're not talking about corn?
What? You call
Cat
it corn.
66.
We call it maize. Wait, what's he say?
He said, he's a maze.
When we were talking about the Drow cities?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's also, oh no, he's also talking about a movie. There's a movie called Maze, I think. I've lost track.
I have no idea.
If there's 10 Drow, there's one leader of one level higher. Oh, that's right, Maze Runner. There you go.
Is that the movie you're thinking of, not Divergent? Or?
No, I was thinking of Divergent. But Maze Runner works too.
Yeah, there's a lot of...
I think there's been a couple stories, once or twice, that have been made into movies where a group of people didn't like the other group of people that were different.
Okay, but can I get into Divergent? Because if you've gone through all 3 of the things or whatever.
If you've suffered through all of them, yes?
Yeah.
Okay, I haven't. Have I?
It makes absolutely no sense at all. Because...
A robot?
They're in the little fenced-off city as an experiment for these other guys. Because...
I've watched... See, that's the thing. I watched it and, like, it's like, okay, is this... I'm just waiting for the other combat scene, right?
Yes.
It's just a movie you wait till they, like,
it makes more sense in the movie.
And then they have, oh, wait, here comes the plot twisty thing.
It makes more sense in the movie.
Then what?
The reasoning, the in-universe reasoning.
Wait, you don't understand. If something makes no sense,
yes,
you can't make more sense of no sense. It's still senseless.
Yes.
That's math.
So, basically, there's these...
Are you still talking?
Spoilers, I guess, for it, but...
Spoilers for Divergent. Just think, someone came here, just want to hear about Drow, and here... but they've spent their whole life waiting to see Divergent.
But it makes no
sense. And you've ruined it for them. Do you have a napkin, by the way?
No.
Got a dribble.
So, the whole thing is they're an experiment by these other people because everyone nuked each other so much that everyone's mutated or whatever, radiated type of thing.
Okay. I watched the show.
Yes. So, the Divergent people are they're normal people. But they set it up so everyone kills the normal people, but they're trying to make everyone normal people.
Buddy, this is what happens when you let a 14-year-old...
That's what the premise of the show is!
Okay.
And the book.
You ever seen Romeo and Juliet? Anyway. What was I reading? We're talking about Drow somewhere. How far had I skipped? Habitat Society. Loath. Fighters. They're killing people. Yes. Hey, this is like Divergent. Have you ever seen that movie?
Stop! I have so many bones to pick with that movie. That's with that.
That's great. I'm gonna tell your mom and say, hey, we haven't watched Divergent. No, and we have to watch all of them. She'll watch all of them, and then we'll watch Hunger Games like 100 times.
No, we already watched that. We've already
Hunger
seen
Games
that like
though
10 times this year.
Is cool in a way that if you like ice skating, I've always wanted to watch the ice skating Olympics mixed with the biathlon. You know, biathlon's where they shoot. Yeah. You mix the two sports, like mash it up. Yeah. They spin around and you shoot. Okay. That's Hunger Games. See, the first of the Divergent series, the first one, Divergent, is I can stand that one as an action movie. Okay. As an action thriller. I could dribble them. Drow often used.
Planet of the Apes or Battle to the.
You're just never quite ready for what the next line will be.
First, Pat's asking Planet of the Apes or Battle for Planet of the Apes. I gotta go with the OG.
Beneath the planet of the battle of the dawn of the apes.
I don't know. I watched the old ones. I haven't watched the new ones.
What do you mean? I did show you the old ones, didn't I?
Yes, I haven't watched the new ones. I've watched the old ones up to where they traveled back in time and switched out the baby with the gorilla.
Get your filthy paws off me, you damned ape!
Yes, I watched that one.
What were we talking about? Drow. So wait, keeping all this in mind. Remember, you got the Drow thing going on. Drow often. I'm gonna write up this creature, right? I'm gonna write up this thing. Okay, I'm creating. Drow fighters. Okay, we killed them off, right? Drow often use giant lizards as pack animals, and frequently take bugbears or troglodytes as servants. Ah, there you go. Stop that.
Okay.
Okay, that didn't bother you at all.
No.
Okay. Drow cities are havens for evil beings, including mind flayers. Haha! We should have him back in there. And Drow. Oh, we don't want to do any spoilers for them. And Drow are allied with many of the underworld's evil inhabitants. On the other hand, they are constantly at war with many of the neighbors beneath the earth, including dwarves, dark gnomes, or the apes that have taken over the planet.
What?
No. Dark gnomes. I can never pronounce that. Let's see. Snivellblin. Who settle to too close. It should be two O's to be too close. But anyway, settle too close to a drow city. Dark elves frequently keep slaves of all types, including past allies who have failed to live up to drow expectations. Drow ecology. Produce usual weapons and clothing with quasi-magical properties. Some scribes and researchers suggest that the strange radiation around the drow cities make this. Okay, so here we have the same thing about everything from their weapons to their unopened packets of poison hasn't changed. Oh, Gazumbas are going up. You gonna head on out? Or is he in his pre-show? Let's see. Driders. Oh no. Direct sunlight kills the thing. Next thing they tell is Driders. So all they have in Driders is right here, no stat block. Strange creatures have the head and torso of drow and legs and lower body of giant spider. Driders are created by the drow's dark goddess. When a dark elf or above average ability reaches 6th level, the goddess may put him or her through a special test. Failures become Driders. Yeah, if you're swinging over to Lord Gazumbas, that's cool. No worries. Feel free to come on back and check our VOD later, and you'll get to see what wonderful things you missed. Driders are, and also if you want to drop in and play on Sunday, we play on Sundays. About the same time. And hit and miss throughout the week with other things, D&D and
I'm trying to get you to do more things.
I know, I get there. We're working on it.
You always insist we have to do physical games instead of video games.
I like physical games. Driders are able to cast all spells a normal drow can use once per day. They also retain any magical or clerical skills.
Oh yeah, I didn't hear that about the drow. I just noticed Else is here, by the way.
Hey, Els.
So Driders are Drow rejects?
Yes, basically. You didn't hear that?
No, like, was it male elves or female elves? That's the part I didn't hear.
Driders. These strange creatures have the head and torso of Drow, legs, lower body, giant spider. Driders are created by Drow's dark goddess, Loth. When a dark elf of above average ability reaches 6th level, which is when they're going to turn into these special leaders for these groups of 30s, right? Because obviously somebody went at some point, how do they become this, right? So added this.
They do trap for the queen.
Well, the goddess may put him or her through a special test. Failures become Driders.
Special test. Get me milk from the store. I don't want to go out.
No!
They only had
lactate.
They only had skim. Get out of here!
You're a Drider.
It's not my fault.
No, what do you do if you're Drizzt and you're gonna fail the task? You leave. Yeah. Don't come back. I haven't brought you back the milk yet. What's else say? Drider butts. Do a dark gift instead of. Hey, spider butt. That probably one of the little Drow kids calling each other. You're spider butt. That's my dad. Stop it. Them fighting words.
Oh yeah, that'd be funny, eh? That's my dad. He's the Drider servant down the way.
Yeah, don't give my dad crap. Why do I have those things so small?
That's why they probably give him crap, is because he failed.
Why is the slideshow so small? Oh well.
Because you made it small.
I made it small. Cast the thing. They may also retain magical stuff. A majority of Driders, 60%, were priests of 6th or 7th level before they were changed. Well, wait. How did they become 7th level?
They leveled up in the process, but still failed.
Before they got given the test?
Either before the test or before they completed
the test. It says when they reach 6th level. The goddess may, well, I guess the goddess can do whatever the hell she wants. Before they were changed. All other Driders were mages of 6th, 7th, or 8th level. Well, that's probably because there's a spell that they use that they wouldn't have been able to have or something. Driders always fight as 7-hit die monsters. They often use swords or axes. They may carry bows. Driders can bite for 1 to 4 points of damage, which I guess is better than that crappy little crossbow that they would have. Right? And those bitten must save versus poison. So apparently they have the same poison. -2 penalty, be paralyzed 1 to 2 turns. Not rounds, turns. What do we got?
Driders are pretty high CR humanoids. Anything more difficult for a normal size biped?
Anything what? Anything more difficult than a Drider? Well, this doesn't even get stat block. Oh, here it does. It does have stat block. We have Shazam. Oh, thank you.
Thanks for the host.
Let's see. The Driders organization are in bands. Number appearing 1 to 4. AC 3, which is better, which means they had to hit, or you had to get a 16 to hit them. 6 hit dice plus 6. So they're basically 3 times a regular fighter, or regular Drow fighter. And that's all they have. Let's see. Because they have failed their goddess's test, Driders are outcasts from their own communities. Driders are usually found alone or with 2d6 huge spiders, 10% chance, rather than with Drow or other Driders. They are violent, aggressive creatures that favor blood over all types of food. They stalk their victims tirelessly, waiting for the right chance to strike.
City's reading a lot of Drizzt books right now.
Oh, cool.
So they're pretty hardcore. And Driders are pretty hardcore.
And this is this is where it happens, right? I mean, this described the rituals and all that stuff that led to Driss saying, fuck this. Because this book introduces them and hints at stuff. But,
Or maybe this one, it hints at stuff. He made the book and then second. When did it come out?
yeah, so that's what I'm not sure which came first. If this was the egg or if that's the chicken. Anyway.
Third, you just buried third.
I'm digging. 3E. I know, I see it. 3E. Oh, I didn't let you read that.
It is fine.
Elf.
I'll do 4.
Elf Society. Subraces. Gray. Wild Wood. Okay, they do not list them. Oh, they do. Here they go. Oh, good. Look at that. We have much less to read this time, bud.
Let me see. Oh, just a full page?
But here's what... This time they're keeping them with the regular elves. Which we have this one.
Yes, I will read all of the Drow
Yeah.
for 4.
Are there nothing in 4?
Oh, there's some. They're in their own.
Also
spot
known as
well.
Dark Elves, Drow are depraved and evil subterranean offshoot. They have jet black skin and pale hair, with white being common. They tend to be smaller and thinner than other sorts of elves, and their eyes are usually a vivid red. Their society is matriarchal and rigidly controlled by the priesthood. Here you go. These guys have their white hair. They have the red eyes. Anybody have red eyes in there?
I don't know. Those are pre-painted ones.
That doesn't mean they don't have red eyes. It just means they're pre-painted. And they're about to be backstabbed by that guy.
They're running because he's.
Do we
light.
have any? Put the duelists on there. Those are all in there.
There is a duelist there.
Oh, why don't you fill the hallway up with? Is that too confusing? Load it up.
Okay.
Don't put them guys in there.
Okay.
We got 'em.
Okay.
Flaunt 'em. The Drow's patron deity is Spider Goddess Loth. Female Drow favor the cleric class rather than the wizard, and have access to 2 of the following domains: chaos, destruction, evil, and trickery. Typical ability scores for males are okay. They go through all that. Poisoned arrows. I guess I can do it. Strength 10, Dex 13, Con 8, Int 13, Wiz 11, Charisma 9. This is back the way. This is before. I guess third's when we started doing it. They started grouping the abilities differently. Females are Strength 10, Dex 13, Con 8, Int 13, Wiz 11, Charisma 13. Drow usually coat their arrows with a potent venom. Poisoned arrows, Fortitude save of DC 17, or fall unconscious. After 1 minute, the subject must succeed on another Fortitude save, same DC, or remain unconscious for 2d4 hours.
Only 2d4.
Hey, Els, is that music too loud? It looks kind of loud. I can't tell.
I don't know.
Or is it about right? Drow Traits. There are, in addition to the basic elf traits, except where noted, Drow do not get the usual elven weapon proficiencies. Spell resistance 11 plus class level, +2 racial bonus to willpower saves, against spell and spell-like abilities. Spell-like abilities once per day are Dancing Lights, Darkness.
He says the music's fine.
Fairy Fire. Hey, did you put a Drider in there?
No.
Isn't there one in the box? Where's the box? Yeah, why don't you throw a Drider up there?
L says the dragon. The music's fine.
Good. Awesome. These abilities are as spells cast by a sorcerer of the Drow's character level. Dark vision up to 120 feet replaces elven low light vision. Light blindness. Abrupt exposure to bright light, such as sunlight or daylight spell, blinds Drow for 1 round. In addition, they suffer a -1 circumstance penalty to all to all attack rolls, saves, and checks while operating in bright light. Oh, well, they're much better. They cured.
Is that it?
That's it for Drow. But I'm saying, so this 3rd edition, they basically cut their disadvantages in half. Didn't they?
Yeah.
What are you doing there, bud?
Huh?
You gotta put that.
It works.
You gotta put that under there, dude. No, he's not in a hole. He's not in a pit.
It might be.
There
It's
you
a
go.
drider. Who knows?
There you go. And where's that mind flare?
What? You knocked it to the ground.
Oh, I can't see. It's over there. Is that him?
It's the head balloon.
There you go. Mind flare in there. They like mind flares.
I don't think they do.
Said they did.
Did it?
Yeah.
Why?
You're at 4. Hey, it's your turn.
Yes. You will need a d20 though.
Right.
Or you can just
No,
roll
give me
fake
two.
roll.
All right.
Arrogant and persevered, the Drow conspire to subjugate all who don't revere their spider queen, the god Loth. Like their kin, the elves, Drow were once creatures of the Feywild. However, they followed Loth down a sinister path and now reside in the Underdark of the world. There, they gather in settlements of macabre splendor,
Macabre.
lit by luminescent flora and magic, and crawling with spiders. Ha! They're finally using magic lights!
Yeah. I had an old-fashioned D10. Which
No.
looks like a D20.
Characters following information with a successful Arcana check.
Well, let me do an Arcana check for you. What do I need?
Well, let's start. Let's
What do I need?
roll the die.
Just tell me what I need.
Well, the first one needs 20.
Just got it.
Drow raid the surface as well as other Underdark societies for plunder and slaves. They conquer the weak and form tenuous alliances with creatures powerful enough to stand against them.
Okay, they kind of did that before. Is that just a totally shortened version of they know everybody's language and everything? I guess.
Oh. I need you to make another check.
I got one more. I got 5 more than I got last time.
You did? You got 25?
did. I got 25.
On a D20?
Yeah, but
With a
I
plus
add
1.
my wisdom's 42. This is 4th
Oh.
edition.
I think it tops out at like 50.
Okay, that's actually it's 4th edition. Someone before me shifted me 2 squares, which would give me advantage on something.
Okay. Drow live in a matriarchal theocracy with rules and customs strictly enforced by the priests of Loth. Male Drow can't serve as clergy and are often treated as second-class citizens. But even they exercise power based on station and the opportunities handed to them.
Even them.
Yes.
What if I get a natural?
Odd.
No
you
more.
can know nothing else.
I can know nothing
It is
more.
impossible. You
That's-
could have studied Drow for your entire backstory and know nothing else.
So it's like this, where they're just legend. Oh, that'd be a great book. Monster manual. Every monster ever. And then you look up, what's a beholder? Just a creature of legend. No one knows anything about it. Rarely appear. It's just legend. It's a legend. It's a legend.
Every fantasy story ever, pivotal monster in the story, it's just every interaction that comes to talking about it, it's just a legend.
Just a legend.
Tell me I'm wrong.
Gazebo.
No, it's like all those fantasy movies
Well,
you
of
showed
course
me. It's like this. It's just the legend of this whatever.
Oh, you mean when they finally confront it? It's just like
it's not a legend.
Dragon Slayer.
Which one was that?
Remember the magic guy?
Oh, that guy, the magic guy that ran.
The magic guy that gets killed, and then they put his essence in the little thing that he throws out in the water at the right time so that he can come back. And
what?
oh
Not the
God.
one where the wizard uses a shield and a spear to kill a dragon.
Yes, that one, but that's not the real wizard he becomes the wizard.
Apprentice.
Right. But remember, the other wizard gets brought along. It just takes him a long time to get there.
Huh?
You don't remember that? You fell asleep before that?
I don't remember that part.
Oh my God! The Apprentice sucks.
The only person I remember for that movie is The Apprentice and the
Okay.
fact they kept trying to get with the chick, but the chick didn't want to get
Excellent.
with
Let's
them.
watch Dragon
That's the
Slayer.
only part of it
Let's
I
watch
remember.
Dragon Slayer. It's a great movie. Greatest ever. Okay, it's not the greatest movie ever. It's a pretty good movie. All right. Why are you so dark? Look, you're like a drow. You're all dark and brooding.
Because if I don't wear this hat, I get
No, it's
blinded.
because of the lightness. No, it's the light shining away from you.
Why? Keep it.
Look like you're hidden in the dark.
Here, I can do it better with the hood.
Oh, you would be a drider. Look at you, but not a drow. Just need to have white hair. Look up. We gotta be able to see you. Oh, don't leave me. Requiem. No worries. Thanks, man. Enjoy. You're just missing out on 5th edition.
See, look, there. Now I'm much more mysterious.
You can catch us on the VOD.
Let me just pull that
Good to
hood
see you, man. I haven't seen you streaming, but I'll look for you. I haven't had my notifications haven't been working right, so. But good to see you. Totally good to see you. I miss watching you draw too. I guess is that a create? No, I don't know what the proper word is.
Visually
He's awesome. It's like
stimulate your mental capabilities visually on a canvas.
Yeah, you sound like Fiend Folio describing
Yes,
the light
I was
bringing.
attempting to do so.
What was it? The light bringers? The bringers? What was it?
It was of my total intention to do as such thee described.
Tell me what the bringers of light. What are they? I want to know what they are. Look it up. It's in here.
What page?
The Drow page. Elves, Drow. Okay, here we go. This
have
one,
a
like
table of
5e though,
contents?
does such a succinct job of like putting it out there, right? Tens
Why
of
does the table of contents not tell me the page number?
dude, it's part of D&D.
This is a reprint. They could have added it.
No, it's part of D&D. You had to really want to know about stuff, so you couldn't just look in an index or look in the table of contents. It's a journey.
This is a reprint. They could have added page numbers.
Every step of your D&D journey had to be earned and carved out of the whatever. They laid them out like crap. Ready?
Are they under Elf?
Oh, God.
I don't see them under D.
Yes, under elf. The only thing in there is elf. Elves Drow. Ready? Oh, wait. Get the 3E picture here.
And the enveloper.
There's the enveloper. There's a Drow. Look at that guy. He looks pissed off. He looks orcish. He looks angry.
Looks like you had an encounter with the enveloper.
So I don't get. They say how they're happy that they're underground now. So why don't they let go of this bitter hatred of the people in the light and just live their life in their glowing mushroom place?
Right.
Apparently
what did
those
you
aren't
want me
good
to find?
mushrooms. Maybe that's where they're pissed.
What did you want me to find?
The bringers of light is down the bottom corner of whatever they say. No, that's not the enveloper. The bringers of the light. Here, it's gonna be down there. You just hand it to me here. I've got the thing memorized already.
Yes, please do.
This is what you're trying to emulate. Is the light-bringing intruders. It's the third paragraph.
The intruders that on happenstance.
The light-bringing
bright light,
intruders.
usually referred to as the continual flame, have encroached upon the land commonly referred to as territory devoted to the dark elves, also known as Drow.
Yes, there was a long-winded nature of that. Now let's finish this off. So
I can make it longer.
No. Wait, is that an enveloper? No. Elves Drow. There you go. Remember, 5e does a good job of capturing the old
5th edition of a role-playing game commonly referred to as of Dungeons and Dragons, which came from a game. Okay.
Okay, let's just read it. I'll just read it. Tens of thousands of years ago, the elves were divided. with those benevolent disposition battling those that were selfish, cruel. The war among elvenkind ended when the good elves banished their malevolent kin to the subterranean depths. So wait a minute, exactly. It's like, wait a minute. We're the good ones, so you're gonna be stuck in a hole forever. My God!
And not a hole that means comfort. One that has the nasty ends of worms in it.
And no light.
And a little bit of dry sand,
and will never give you a light spell. And you have to, like, live off the light of mushrooms. Mushrooms don't give off light. Exactly!
Have some radiation. That'll make them give you light.
Yeah. And it might make your stuff good. We're gonna come and get you. Anyway. Yeah. That's good point. Here, in the lightness... Oh, sorry, in the light. Here in the lightless caverns and endless warrens of twisting passages. What makes those twisting passages? You remember? A perfect 10 by 10 tunnel?
We just talked about it.
Yes. Last week.
The Carrion Crow? No.
Oh, a purple worm!
Purple worm, okay. Carrion Crow is a worm, so don't...
Yeah. Pfft. Here in the lightless caverns and endless warrens of twisting passages, the dark elves, the Drow, found refuge.
Well, it's a good thing they're in the twisting parts of the caverns, because the purple worms ain't coming back.
I'm not getting through this. What?
It's a good thing they're in the twisting caverns, because that's where the purple worms have already been.
And the odds are they're not coming back.
Yep. Until they do.
It says they won't.
It said they might.
It's true. Anyway, they found refuge, not refuse. That would be the Adiug. They also found leadership in the only elven deity who had not forsaken them. At her command, the dark elves built an empire in the underworld. Children of Lolth. The Drow worship Lolth, a deity who resides in the abyss.
Cast them into the abyss.
Yeah, I thought the abyss was like set up so you can't really be in the same place ever. Anyway.
Yeah. Oh. I'm no expert on the
sort
abyss.
Of. You can float. Yeah, you had a character go through the abyss.
I did.
You ended up in Metamorphosis Alpha.
No, that wasn't the abyss. That was the
Abyssal Plane.
Abyssal Plane, yes. That's the abyss. The Abyssal Plane and just are they talking about the Abyssal Plane or just a really big abyss?
No, the really big abyss is the Abyssal Plane.
Can you get there by falling into an abyss?
If it's the abyss, you can.
Then how do you know?
Because there's like no bottom.
Are there just portals everywhere?
Yeah, kind of. That's why you zipped out of where. That's why when I TPK'd you, I could suck you out of that place and have you guys go into.
Okay.
Because the DM sucked you out of the hole and put you into the abyss. Where was I?
Because I was going to be the only one that didn't go into it.
Wait. I'm blinking out a.
You're
please,
fine.
Please save me.
You're blinking too fast for the slow parts.
Wait. Blink, blink, blink.
He's attempting to communicate in a message, usually referred to...
That's right. That's
usually
I use hand
conveyed over radio with dits and dots.
No, I was showing this. Remember, they have the language. If you were here for the earlier part, they have a language which they can convey lots of things with their blinks and their finger
hold up.
movements.
How the fuck are they supposed to see it? They don't glow, do they? Their eyes don't glow, do they? I don't think they do.
Good point. This is one of the dangers of Monster Talk. Is when you discover something that they've built up. Would have been really weird. No, because they have dark vision. They could see each other.
Oh, okay, dark vision.
Yeah. They used to have infravision.
Then it wouldn't have worked, then.
It worked. It worked. Children of Lolth. The Drow worship Lolth.
You've already read that.
I know. Let me read it nice and...
Go where you left off.
Known as... I was going to be halfway through, I think.
Okay.
The Drow worship Loth, a deity who resides in the Abyss. Known as the Spider Queen or the Demon Queen of Spiders. She... Really?
I have her.
Or the queen that likes spiders, the Spider Queen lady.
Magic card.
Why can't they just pick one of those? Known as the Spider Queen or the Demon Queen of Spiders.
I have the alternate borderless magic card of Loth. Fear me. I got that in the pre-release pack.
The Drow worship the Loth, the deity who resides in the Abyss, known as the Spider Queen or Demon Queen of Spiders. She is the figure around which the Dark Elves have built their subterranean civilization. Whatever she demands, the Drow do. The wickedest of elves, Drow... Oh, they're describing the Drow. The wickedest of elves, Drow are seldom seen by the surface world. Though they plot to destroy the elves that banished them. I'm reading like the guy that's the guy in the Hobbit, animated Hobbit, that was also in like Super Friends and all those things. Bard.
What? Okay. That guy that you say is in everything?
He's in all. He's the voice of the 70s. Like, the wickedest of elves, Drow are seldom seen by the surface world. Though they plot to destroy the elves that banished them, they no longer see themselves as exiles. They're the desired rulers of the darkness, in whom Loth commands them to rise up. Oh, and when Loth commands them to rise up and destroy their surface-dwelling kin, they will. Creatures of darkness, the Drow have lived underground for so long that they have evolved to their surroundings and can see in the dark.
So are they still elves?
It's called dark vision, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, now they can just see in the dark.
Yeah, boo! I want your blinky blinks to not work anymore.
However, they can no longer stand sunlight. When slaves are in short supply in the Underdark, the Drow... When slaves are in short supply in the Underdark, the Drow send raiding parties to the surface to capture humanoids under cover of darkness, bringing them back to their cities to be tortured into submission. Beyond those occasional excursions, the Drow are content to remain in their subterranean realm, where they feel secure and in control.
Until the Drider Queen lady
says, come up.
Yes.
They will.
And then they'll die.
She brings them up in the middle of the sun. Ah! She wouldn't do that to them.
Yeah, what's she gonna do? Bring them back down every time it gets day? I mean, it'd be really hard to conquer.
Maybe she'll put out the sun.
I don't think she can do that.
Well, she could try.
She could probably make them all really big sun hats.
Maybe they'll have big darkness balls.
Darkness. I cast darkness.
Darkness domes. Underdark cities. The Dark Elves build fantastic cities in enormous caverns where food and water are abundant. Their ability to sculpt stone rivals that of the greatest dwarf artisans. Artisans.
What's an artesian?
That's a well that squirts up. Artisans, yet their structures retain decidedly elven aesthetic. Though appearing delicate, Drow settlements are structurally sound and remarkably resilient. Obviously, the guy that draws this picture goes, that wouldn't even stay up. Nope, they're remarkably sound and remarkably resilient. The Drow like to hollow out enormous stalagmites and stalactites, creating populated spires that rise from the floors and ceilings. A Drow city is a sprawling metropolis.
Hold up. They hollow out the stalagmites and
stalactites.
The stalactites.
And mites.
Yeah, but if it's the stalactite that's being...
the top.
Yeah. They're constantly just getting...
Longer.
Moist.
Yeah. Well, it sucks to live underground. It sucks to be a Drow. They're just trying to make it sound.
Oh no, I guess they're the only ones that have running water though.
Drip. Drip.
Yep. This one it tastes like rock. Tastes like rock buildup.
Maybe they'll find an artesian well. Delicate floors, ceilings. Hollow out. Enormous stalagmites, creating populated spires that rise from floor ceilings. A drow city is a sprawling metropolis, enclosed by high walls.
Walls? You're underground! You're underground!
That's why I stopped!
Just, like, not make it taller than you want it to be.
Oh, we must put a wall around it. We dug it out too deep. Yeah. Non-drow visitors must conduct their business outside the walls under watchful eyes. The drow raise and keep giant spiders to help protect their cities against intruders. Even
what, your walls not doing it?
Yeah, I guess not. Even as they drape those cities in beautiful webbing, creating a gossamer snare to catch flying enemies that would otherwise soar over the
walls.
I
don't understand.
You live in a freaking cavern.
Just put gates at each of the entrances.
Don't know why. What are they doing? That's why they ran them down into the ground. Go away, you crazy people.
Maybe.
Drow magic. Just as the drow have adapted to underground life, so too has their magic. In addition to using the magic to carve their cities from stone and then frickin' put the walls up, they empower their weapons, create dangerous new magic items, and summon demons from the abyss.
From the abyss?
Drow spellcasters are supremely arrogant and never hesitate to use their magic in the most abhorrent ways. Excuse me. Arms and armor. Drow craft weapons made of adamantine.
Does she actually have on these guys?
A lot. It's an important part of the canon of the D&D. A dark and supernaturally adamantine. A dark and supernaturally hard metal. Drow artisans adorn their weapons and armor with web-like
patterns,
filigree, and spider motifs. And mages sometimes imbue items with magic to enhance their effectiveness. Well, who doesn't? Wait, they use magic weapons.
Orcs do, goblins don't.
They don't use magic weapons. If they found a magic weapon, they would not use it.
But they wouldn't imbue it.
They wouldn't make it. Because they don't have artisans.
Although they do have artisans, but not in that. I think they are artisans in traps.
They don't have anybody to make a magic weapon.
No, goblins don't.
For real?
I think so, yeah.
Huh.
I don't think orcs specifically have them either, but they have orc cleric, high-level clerics, so I don't think it's out of the possibility.
Well, they have magic weapons and like keep on the borderlands and stuff. Where'd they get them?
Stolen. Trolls can't make them either.
Trolls aren't using weapons.
They use clubs.
The gnolls. Okay, you're right. Okay, yeah, good point.
Lots of things.
Oh my gosh, man, your brain thinks too much. Look at you. That's why you're perfect for this job. However, such magic fades when exposed to sunlight, so that magical drow weapons and armor rarely retain their enhancement bonuses and magical properties when brought to the surface. So that's different. They didn't used to be magic at all. They were just radiated and acted like magic, but did not detect as magic.
Now they don't rot away, though. They're just no longer special.
Well, we haven't talked about their cloaks or anything yet. I guess they didn't mention them. Their special clothes. They've gotten rid of their special clothes.
I don't know. Have you read that far yet?
Cutthroat politics. I don't know yet. Drow politics are cutthroat and rife with intrigue. Intrigue. Wow, how intriguing.
Hang on.
That is rife with intrigue. They're trying to have
you could you make a political drama show, just a fantasy political drama with drow politics. It'll be rife with assassination attempts and...
They're rife with intrigue. Well, Drow assassin, that was the original Dark Elf assassin or whatever. Rife with intrigue. When Drow work together, it is typically to destroy a common foe and ensure their own survival. And such alliances are short-lived and fraught with peril. In one paragraph, we have rife with intrigue and fraught with peril.
Sounds like a good sentence.
That's a paragraph.
Paragraph, sorry.
Drow society is divided into noble houses, each ruled by a matron who seeks to raise the prestige and power of her house above all others. Sounds like Harry Potter. Other high-ranking members of the houses are blood relatives, while the middling ranks are flush with Drow from weaker families, called the purebloods and the half-bloods.
That's unrelated in Harry Potter.
Well, the half-bloods are not as strong.
They are exactly as strong.
I'm just telling you. And have sworn fealty to the greater house. Clinging precariously to the bottom rung of a house's social ladder are the house slaves, made up of Drow of low birth and the occasional non-Drow captive. Well, apparently they're not all getting killed at 6th level and turned into Driders. Killed at 2nd level if they don't do well, right?
Yep. And then killed again 7th level.
No, turned into Driders at 6th level.
If they fail.
That's passed. We're up to 5th edition now. Matriarchal Rule. If what we're saying makes no sense, it doesn't, but go back to the VOD and maybe it will. Lolth, through her faithful priestesses, dictates the rules of Drow society, ensuring that her orders and plots are carried out. Since Lolth is prone to manifesting on the material plane and directly punishing those that disobey her, the Drow have learned to heed what she says and do as her priestesses command. It sounds like they're scared of her.
Yeah, she turns into a Drider.
You think?
And then
the Drow society Drow society, males are subservient to females. A male Drow might lead an Underdark patrol or a raiding party to the surface, but he reports to a female Drow, either the matron of his house or one of her hand-picked female subordinates. Although male Drow can fill almost any function in Drow society, they can't be priests, nor can they rule a house. Well, then they can't be female, apparently, because what if you're like...
trans?
Trans or something.
Oh.
That's a whole new story.
Maybe that's something they're fixing in 6th edition.
They'll just all be they. Poison predilection?
Predilection?
Predilection. That's a new word for me. Poison predilection. Distilled. That's our word. We got a word.
Let me Google it.
Well, it just means stuff.
Yeah. Give me. Wait 1 second.
It's by making. It's like making it. It probably means like distill.
What?
Pred. P-R-E-D-I-L-E-C-T-I-O-N. Poison. It's like distilling poison.
A preference or special liking for something. A bias in favor of something.
Okay, duh.
So I just never read the example is my predilection for Asian food.
Yes, well, they love poison, apparently. Distilled from spider venom and the flora of the Underdark, poison can be found in abundance among the Drow, and it plays an important part in their culture and politics. Drow mages concoct a viscid toxin that leaves enemies unconscious. Drow warriors coat their blades and crossbow bolts with this venom.
Oh, they finally dressed their blades in it now.
Looking forward to the interrogation and torture that follows the combat.
What's it with
Drow elite warriors? Drow elite warriors defend their houses and their superiors against all enemies, although they specialize in fighting dwarves, gnomes, and elves, including other Drow. They frequently raid surface settlements, under cover of night, returning to the Underdark with
they
prisoners.
frequently raid now.
Yes, they didn't used to at all, huh? Just occasionally, or rarely. Because rarely was a percent.
And then it became now if they want to.
Wolf tells them.
Yeah,
Returning to the Underdark with prisoners and spoils in tow before dawn. Elite warriors can be male or female. Drow mage. Privileged drow males who lack the strength and fighting prowess to train as warriors have no recourse but to pursue the study of magic. Well, because they're gonna kill them if they, right? Well, if in the second edition,
you're telling
they
me
killed.
They get banished down there. They have the only thing they can study is magic, and even even if they had no access to anyone that knew how to cast any sort of
They
light
never
spell,
figured it out.
They couldn't figure it out.
Never figured out.
Even though that's probably the one thing they were using the most of their flammable things for.
Nope, they never figured it out.
At the start, before they evolved to see darkness.
Never figured it out. Stubborn bastards, aren't they? Prize to raise your recourse to train magic. For them, it is a matter of survival. Female drow with a natural affinity for arcane arts may also become drow mages, although they are much less common. Drow priestess of Loath. Female drow with blood ties to a noble house are molded and trained from birth to become priestesses of Loath. The Spider Queen doesn't allow male drow to hold such positions. Such priestesses execute... Oh, that's probably because of Black Widows.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Black Widow...
Yep, I guess we're modeling after Black Widows.
Yep.
Or just Widow, or the Widow family.
Yes, brown widows as well.
And redbacks. And covered spiders.
Yeah, Black Widows. Okay. Such priestesses...
Those are the only ones I know. I know there's more than that.
Okay. You could be an entomologist then.
No. I don't want to...
Such Spider Queen... So can I continue now? Such priestesses execute the will of the Spider Queen, and as a result, they wield tremendous power and influence in Drow society. The matron mothers who rule the Drow houses are the most powerful of Loth's priestesses, but they must constantly balance their devotion to the Spider Queen with their devotion to their families. And now, we just have stat blocks.
Whew.
So we have a quote, though, from an elf cleric of Corellon, who says...
So, a person on the surface talking about him.
Yep. Such depravity, such terrifying cruelty. They're the vile poison that plagues all elven kind. I thought these were supposed to be the good guys.
Maybe
the good elves.
They were the ones that wrote the books on them, though.
Oh, that's right. They wrote the history. Poor Drows, man.
Maybe the good ones got banished to the bottom.
And now, you know what? That's why Drow lives matter, dude. But
maybe that's why normal elves are usually depicted as kind of assholes.
Yeah.
Like stuck up.
Maybe that's why the Driss books are so important. It does sound like they're kind of assholes, though. Like killing
normal
everybody.
Normal elves?
No.
Drows, yeah.
Drows. They sound like they're pretty vicious.
Yeah.
But wouldn't you be, I suppose, if your god turned you into spiders all the time? But we got Irregular Drow. They have Fey ancestry, which means they can't be charmed and can't be put to sleep magically. Innate spell casting. They can cast Dancing Light once a day. Darkness. And Fairy Fire. Oh, so they did learn. Dancing Light. They can cast anytime they want. Cantrip. Dancing Light.
So why don't they light things up?
I don't know. Because they're freaking stubborn.
Stop using the magic mushrooms.
Sun sensitivity. Hey, look at that. They have disadvantage on attack rolls and wisdom checks that rely on sight. In sunlight.
Oh.
This is what you had said earlier. So, disadvantage. 2 plus 4 to hit. These short swords and hand crossbow. The hand crossbow is a 1d6 plus 2 weapon. With a DC 13 con poison. An elite warrior has the same stuff, but he has a parry, ability to parry. Adds +3 to its AC against one melee attack that would hit. To do so, the drow must see the attack. Well, that he shouldn't say that would hit.
This is for the player,
he gets to choose.
DM to read.
I know, but he should choose. I mean, that's unfair, kind of. He needs to decide. I guess you're right.
Players don't get to read that.
I know.
Until they do.
Then they can.
Then you rewrite the entire stat block.
Actions. Drow Mage has a staff. Summon demon once a day.
Yes. Let me just summon a demon a day.
Once a day. Drow magically summons a quasit, or attempts to summon a shadow demon with 50% chance of success.
Yes. Let me just
Summon demon appears in an unoccupied space within 60 feet, acts as an ally, and can't summon other demons. It remains for 10 minutes, or until its summoner dies, or until its summoner dismisses it.
No summon.
So in the old days, the demon would want to try to kill you. He'd be pissed off that he's brought over there. So he might kill you. Drow Priestess of Loth, same thing with higher stats. And more spells. So with that, and almost 3 hours in, I guess 2.5 hours, huh?
Yeah.
I think we have about drove the wheels off this beast and have learned a lot about. What were we talking about?
Drow.
Okay, we learned a lot about
How
Drow.
is it?
I don't know. It's like midnight somewhere.
Oh, it's gonna be. We have to go do dinner now.
We have to go do dinner. All right. Well, thanks everybody for being here. That was awesome. That was a long haul. So thanks for people who are probably rejoining in VOD. Appreciate when you were here earlier, and those that weren't here and they're here now,
and all that.
Everybody in the whole world except for Drow, who we need to put underground and hide.
No.
Well, that's what the
elves wrote that.
Oh, okay. So, yeah.
I think we need to ask Demon's character what's up.
Oh, you could do that. What is this with these elves that have banished this whole other group?
That's pretty messed up, man.
That's pretty messed up. There's a whole new. Oh, never trust elves, man. Was that the guy in Rollmaster told it?
Yeah.
I don't trust the
elves. But his elves aren't elves.
I know, but maybe you still don't trust them. But anyway, let's see. Let's go into Lord Gazumba today. I don't think Kayu's going, but maybe he is. Let's see. Let me see here. Let's do a raid. I don't even have a browser open, dude.
Hit the little picture of the Chrome. Do you not have it on your taskbar?
I thought I did.
Do you not have Chrome on your taskbar?
Apparently I don't.
Oh my goodness.
There, now I can scroll. Here it is.
Right click and add to your taskbar.
Oh, not right now. Oh my goodness, really? I'm frozen. It goes into. Let me get into here. I'm not even into my page. Here we go. I can do this.
Luna Cloud Gaming is the future. The future of you getting absolutely
Can I
destroyed.
do this?
Could you just
Go to here. There we go.
On it.
And let's zip over, because actually a lot of people that were there here at the start are in the Lord Gazumba. There he is. So, thanks again for coming.
Yep.
Gotta click these buttons. And that was fun. And you know what? We can check off Drow. We don't have to go through that again.
Yeah.
But we are now way more intelligent about Drow.
Yeah.
So until next time, don't forget to wash your hands and don't touch your face. Oh, look at that. We now have one. Is that just me?
Yes.
Are you not populating? Do you have to say
I left.
So I can't really go raid into Lord Gazumba with one, can I?
And what, you can't raid with yourself?
I can. It's just because the big thing is it's just
Rating.
rating with 1.
Don't do it then.
Maybe it'll gain some sympathy. There we go.